really cool and fun things and meet a lot of really cool people. So it's kind of fun how something so small and simple has turned into something that's really changed and affected my life. So I want to talk to you guys about your lives now, okay? So how do you guys feel about the end of the school year? Are you guys excited that it's over? Are you excited that you'll never have Miss T and Mr. Nichols again? No, I didn't think so. I was pretty bummed out at the end of 4th and 5th grade, and I had to move on. Well, not the end of 4th grade, because then I had Mr. Nichols. It was after when I left the school, and I was really bummed out.
But you were really bummed you weren't in my class.
I was. I came and visited you a ton, though.
Yes,
so
you did. Okay.
I stuck around. So 12 years ago, I sat in your guys' shoes, and I have lived the life that I've been through the steps that you guys are going to have over the next few years. So how do you guys feel about the fact that you're going to ACYI next year? You guys excited? Yes. Nervous? What do you feel? Yeah? Well, let me tell you about it, because it's a big school, and it's a big change from what you guys have here, because now from having awesome teachers like Miss T and Mr. Nichols, suddenly you have 6 different classes in a single day. And you move from class to class, and you've got lockers, and it's a different experience. And what's also interesting is how, yes, over here?
I'm only excited because I'll be able to get a locker.
A locker is fun. It's nice to have a locker. But the other thing is that all the elementary schools in Brigham, they all come to ACY together. So you guys are going to have a lot of new classmates that you've never had before. So when I got to 6th grade, in my core class that I had, I only knew about 2 other people that I had been with at 3 Mile Creek here. So next year, you're going to meet a lot of new people going forward. And they're going to become some of your best friends, because for the next 6 years, from 6th grade till you graduate, you're going to be with those people, and you're going to have a lot of fun adventures together. So while you've had a lot of fun in Miss T and Mr. Nichols' class, there's a lot to look forward going ahead. So you've got the ACYI, then you've got the middle school. And I will warn you about the middle school. There aren't very many windows, so it's pretty dark. So, but just, stick with it, because then you get to the high school. And the high school's great. Some of the best teachers are there at the high school as well. And you get a lot of fun experiences, because then you get to do high school sports. How many of you guys do sports right now? All right, what's some sports you guys do? Let's hear them. Just start naming them out. Okay. Yeah. Do any of you guys want to play sports when you're in high school?
Yes.
Yeah, a lot of you. Yeah, so it's a lot of fun. I did cross country and track when I was in high school, and they were some of the greatest memories I've ever had. You also get the chance to go to school dances. How many of you want to go to school dances someday? Yeah, a couple of you guys. 2 weeks for the other ones, you're not really sure. Eventually you'll warm up to the idea. But it's a lot of fun. So you guys will miss the time that you had with Miss T and Mr. Nichols, because I definitely do. I miss being here in this class. It's a simpler time back here, but also you've got a lot of things to look forward to going ahead. You got a lot of great memories ahead. So, another thing that I want to talk to you guys about is something that if I were actually your age, if I was like Hudson's age or your age, and I was sitting in a class, and if I could go back and tell myself one thing, it would be not to let the opinions of others stop me from doing what I love. And I would have told myself that because what I ended up doing with my, as a hobby and as my career is something that's different and unique, because when you're in middle school and high school, it's a little different to be liking Thomas the Train, right? Yeah, it's a little bit unique. So I wish I would have known, not to be afraid of other people's opinions, not to worry that like, oh, what if my friends find out that I enjoy this as a hobby, because it's something that I loved, and I'm glad that I didn't ever shy away from it, because of actually putting my whole heart and effort into it, I was able to actually create something that's been very successful, and it's helped me in more than just as a hobby. It's helped me in my career and be able to go on and do a lot of great things. So, all right, now we're going to take a moment. So with my team working at Mattel, we're from all over, the world. And luckily, because I'm getting married this weekend, we've got my good friend Matt here, who actually is from New Jersey. He just flew in for the wedding, and he has been the assistant producer of the Thomas Creator Collective series. And so he's got his own YouTube channel, similar to mine with Thomas, that he does his own thing, but I'm going to turn the time over to him so he can kind of tell you guys about what he does, and yeah.
Well, thank you very much, Jason. Well, On YouTube, Thomas the Tank Engine has a huge following of people just like Jason who make their own episodes, their own shows, tell their own stories, unbox trains. There's a lot of passionate people out there that have formed a community that make Thomas videos. And when the Thomas Creator Collective started, some smart people at Mattel saw, look at all these amazing, talented people, they're doing our job for us. Let's make a coalition of all the most talented people and make Thomas videos. But the beautiful thing about it is every person is different. Jason is the most organized person I have ever encountered in my life. If you scroll through his binders and everything, he has every season, every shot, every frame lined out to a T. If I ever became famous, I would hire this man. For me, I'm not the most organized person, but I feel like I'm a very creative and adventurous person. And when I finished my junior year finals in high school, I wanted to make something so desperately, but I didn't know what to do. And my interest in Thomas had been dormant for several years. I was listing all the things that I wanted to do, and I love Legos, I love trains, I love making videos, and I love being outside. I don't want to be inside all day. I was a big outdoor person, I would bike all the time, I would run. And I said, what can I do that can combine my love of all these things into one? And that's what Enterprising Engines became. So I hope just like Mattel had found Jason, Mattel had found me making my own videos. I would make Thomas the Tank Engine videos filmed entirely outside. I would visit parks, I would set out tracks in my backyard, and I would tell the stories there. And at the time, it was a whole new thing. A lot of people have tried filming them outside like me since, but I was one of the first people to have done it. Do you have a question?
But I do know one thing, you really are creative.
Oh, thank you. The Thomas community is full of creative people. There are people that make their shows entirely out of CGI from scratch. Our friend Trent in Australia, he's one of the head writers for the Thomas Creator Collective, and he's done animation for them too. There are people who build sets just like Jason, but they build them in their own way, like Rodrigo from Chile. And there's also musicians. People who make music for fun have been hired by the collective to compose music for the episodes. So no matter what your talent, whether it's writing, filming, directing, or even building engines and making music, all these pieces come together to form one great thing. So even if you're watching the presentation today, you're like, well, I don't like Thomas the Tank Engine, but I like doing something else. I think you can apply this passion, this hard work, this creativity, and this drivenness to go out and pursue anything you want to do. And whatever you want to do, if it sounds like something no one has ever done before, it might mean you're on the right track. And with that, I don't want to talk too much, but Jason, phenomenal work today. Thank you for having me. And do you want to close with anything?
Yeah, let's have, we're going to play a trivia game with you guys. And I'm not sure on the prize, can we give them 10 minutes extra recess for the class that wins? Or what can we do?
Oh, man.
You decide, Miss T.
We can give them some. We'll think of something while they play.
Yeah.
Okay, sounds good. But it's going to be by class, okay? So what we need is each class needs to have 2 representatives, okay? You guys decide amongst yourselves, and then whoever you guys decide, have them come with you. I should warn you, wait 1 second, I should warn you, you want to pick someone who knows the most about Thomas.
Who knows a lot about Thomas?
I have no idea.
Okay, let's go. Keith and Alexis.
You're So let's have a 4 do line